Welcome back. Welcome back. How's it going, guys? Another day here in the Philippines. Glad you guys could make it. I see we already got people chatting already here. Let me try to go the way back to the top here. Some reason it always gives me a hard time when I first start. But yes, good morning to everyone. Good evening to those back in the West that are looking forward to coming to the Philippines. First comment of the day. Hello from frigid northern Wisconsin. Only 30 more days, peeps. Haas in the house. Got his big trip to the Philippines coming up. Gabe, good morning to you as well. Missed you last time. People were asking about you. And yes, hello to all the champions out there worldwide. Yes, he is ready. Haas is ready. I guarantee you he's ready. He's ready for the big move. Yes, as always, never a bad day here in the Philippines. I can't say that for you guys back in the West, but if you guys are getting ready to make your big move over here in the near future, I'm excited for you. CRB in the house. There's Cletus. Now, Cletus, I just talked to him. He's just now, and again, this is Sunday back home, his day off, and he's just now going home. So 7 p.m. No fun. Probably had like maybe he called fun eating lunch with my pops, but I mean, no spa day, no relaxing at the beach or relaxing at the pool. And here's the funny thing, guys. I tell my dad, he says, what do you do that's so fun over there? Now I want you to picture this. First thing in the morning, he gets up and he throws ball to the dog in the backyard. All right. So he gets this old slobbery ball delivered back and forth from a dog. And then once he finishes playing with the dog for an hour or so, it's time to go in, trying to go in and just relax for a couple seconds. And then it's time to go out there and work on the golf carts. Now, what he does, he buys these older golf carts from people and online, finds them online, and then he fixes them up, buying tires and, new batteries, paints them, put light systems on them, things like that. And then he may get the dog on board and take the dog around the same streets he sees every day. Takes the dog on a ride on the golf cart. And so then he asked me, "What do you do that's so much fun?" Because I called what he does, I call it the porch tour. What do you do that's so fun? So I tell him I travel. I never want to travel. That's a nuisance. Who wants to travel? Nobody in the world wants to travel. And then he says, "What else you do for fun?" Well, I go over here to the pool and I hang out at the pool and the beach. I never want to do that. I'd rather work on my golf carts than go to the pool all day. That's terrible. That's boring. That's the last thing I'd want to do. But for the most part, I would think that most guys out there in this world that are retired and or looking to retire or looking to watch this channel to move over to the Philippines, that's what's on your mind is the pool in the beach and the traveling. And again, that's the last thing on his mind. So I like to bring that up. But my brother Cletus here, I just talked to him. What was he doing? He was still in the car on his day off from working on his other homes, working on his other properties. So again, no fun, no spa day, no pool day, no beach day, wrapped up in extra clothing to stay warm and working on houses. But good morning, Cletus. Love you. Yes, from Philly Am. Cletus get his hellos in there. Yes, he's on time today. He's on time today. I'm working hard all day on his day off. All the good mornings going here this morning. Good morning, Kentucky Tom. How's it going? Yes, good morning. How's it going? Or actually, good evening if you're back in the West. Good to see you guys. All right, there's one of my favorite sayings. When I go over here to when I went to BGC, they don't say it too much over here, but you do hear it once in a blue moon. If you go to the Texas Roadhouse, you get to howdy. I'm moving there by June. Excuse me, guys. All right. What part are you moving to? You moving here to Cebu City? You moving to BGC? Moving to Iloilo? What area of the Cebu? I mean, what area of the Philippines are you moving to? And are you coming for a short visit? Coming for a long stay? You looking to move here, like it says, move here. I like that word, move. Kentucky Tom here, sipping on some bourbon, waiting for this next snowfall. Well, that's one thing that we are lucky to have not here in the Philippines. We do not have any snowfall. Um, like I said, I told you guys before, even when it rains, we're talking about having temperatures of between 80 and 110, even when it rains. So it's always the same here every day. People ask me about the weather. We do have a rainy season and we have a dry season. That's basically it. You have two different seasons. Right now, we happen to be in the wet season, so we do get some thunderstorm pop ups once in a while. For the most part, though, when it rains here, it rains for a few minutes, then it's dry the rest of the day. So loving it here in the Philippines as always. Never a bad day. Yes, got more hellos going on. So, yes, good morning to everyone from everyone. Hi, Philly Am style. Cleat. Britt going after me and Pop early tonight. You have to go after him because my Pops is now, he's been retired for a minute. And what's so funny is he actually retired early. He retired in his 40s, and that was his dream, was to retire in his 40s, and then had some missteps with the economy and things of that nature, and looked at his Social Security and said, "Well, if I go back and work some more years, Social Security will get a little bit larger." So he ended up going back to work. But he tells my brother now, who's the same age as he was when he retired, no, don't, no retire, but there's a huge difference there. You talk about somebody making between 40 and $60,000 a year to a person making over $200,000 a year. My brother's been doing car business for a long time. He's already got the highest Social Security you can actually get. He'll be getting over $3,000 a month at 62 years old. So he's gained so much from Social Security. He's unworked it. They already got the highest you can get, the highest rating or whatever you guys can call it. And he's already got all these houses that give him headaches. Right now he's working on a well. The well went out, so he's trying to. What he's doing now, he's not trying to decide anything. He goes on YouTube and he studies about whales. So instead of hiring a professional to go in there and actually do the working on the well, he tries to watch YouTube and becomes a professional YouTuber in well working. So he's working on that right now as we speak. He's working on his houses. He's working on fixing the air cons, painting them up, flooring. Right now he's working on flooring on one. He bought a new house to get ready for rent, and the floor was uneven in a part of the house, so he actually had to go up underneath the house and jack it up. And what did he do on that? No, watched YouTube. So he didn't go out there and hire a professional to jack it up and work on it and to put the bracing in. He went there and he done it himself, working on the houses. So instead of spending time with his lovely girlfriend of 20 years, he, instead of going to the spa day and having a good day or taking her out for a nice lunch or going out touring around the area, doing something fun, going try to find a stream and have a picnic, whatever it may be. No, 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 those things aren't no fun. Let me do some work on my day off. So instead of having some good times, let's do some work. And I've been trying to convince him, guys, it's time to put all that behind them. Again, he's got a huge budget. His budget's 3 times what my budget is. If he sold all his property and just put it all in ETFs or put it in the stock market and had it all sitting there in some savings, no, he won't do that. I mean, without even touching any of that money, he won't do that, though. He wants to have a bigger and better budget. Well, guys, I don't know how much bigger and better budget you need to have out there. Totally confused by it. They're talking about a $9,000 budget here. And he's talking about, well, I need to be able to travel to anywhere. Even if he didn't like the Philippines, which he hasn't never been here before, I think he's going to fall in love with the Philippines once he actually comes here for a visit. There's also Thailand. There's also Japan. There's Malaysia. There's Vietnam, Indonesia. There's other countries over here that give you easy access to travel to all these other countries on a better budget. So, Cleus, no more excuses. It's time to get off that work train and time to hang up the boots in the car business and get your butt on over here. Great morning, Brent, Philly M style, yes, and Cleve, yes, everybody's doing well. Again, we're talking about today is the 8th. I have 1 week. So actually 1 week from right now, by this time in the morning, I will already be in Thailand. Our flight leaves early in the morning. So we'll be getting there very, very early. I think around 5:30. I am planning on, if I make a last minute decision, I don't know yet. Again, that will be next Monday. I may have to put off the live. I'm still going to have it scheduled. I'm going to try to do a live, but again, I'm going to be possibly tired from the long. It's only a 4-hour flight, so it's actually a direct flight. So for those that are looking to travel, you're talking about a very, very cheap flight, direct flight from Cebu City to or Mocktown, Newtown, which is actually where I live here in Lapu-Lapu, but it's a part of Cebu. But flying directly from Cebu to Thailand, to Bangkok, only 4 hours. So I'm truly amazed by that. I think the pricing was 4,000 pesos per person. That's round trip. So we're talking about 4,000 divided by 58.5, $68 round trip to Thailand. $68, guys. I think that sounds right. I could be wrong. I'll look it up here in a minute and just check. So I know you guys are thinking about that. Let me look up on my Agoda just so you guys know the exact pricing. All right. So Agoda, we're going to have my trips. Just so you guys know why it's so great to live here in the Philippines. It's not only do you have this beautiful country to live in with the most beautiful people in the world, there's a lot of extras and added bonuses to living here in the Philippines, and travel happens to be one of those. So here is my flight confirmed. Where is my pricing? It's hard for me to actually see. I see my trips on here, guys. So I'm actually looking at my trips. I can get you guys an idea. Up and coming. Yeah, leave at 2:30 a.m. here in Cebu. Again, it's because of the timing, and that's the reason you actually had the one-way flight without having any stop layovers. Let me manage my bookings. Oh, I was a little off. All right, it's 20,500 for two. So it'd be 10,250. I was a little off there. Sorry about that, guys. A little off. I'm glad I looked it up for you. 10,250. $173.72 round trip. Again, going from another country to another country. So again, $173. Unbelievable deals here when traveling. You can't fly anywhere in the U.S. for $173. Again, to fly from Atlanta down to Florida, you're at least looking double that, if not 3 times that amount. But I'm excited about the big trip. But again, if I do have to cancel at the last minute, I'll do my best by giving a big enough notice to everyone. But I'm going to try to keep it and do it live right there from the hotel. There's where the problem comes in. A lot of times they have check-in in hotels around 10 or 11 a.m. and I'm getting there at 5:30. The good news, I think I did this correctly. I actually paid for it for Sunday. So when I get there, it should be ready. So if I get to the room, I'll be able to still have the live. I'll be just getting there. The only thing I'm worried about the most is I may have a lack of sleep. But again, I think everything will be okay, and I'll be able to keep the live going. But yes, hello's going on here. Hello, Venmon from Cletus. Hello to the Venmon from Gabe. Yes, weekend RVing. How's it going? Good to see everybody this morning. Again, we're right at 34 people. We've only been here for 16 minutes, but everything is going good. How about them dogs? Now, I saw the new CFP came out this morning. I was kind of shocked that Alabama's in there. I was kind of shocked. The score didn't even show how bad the whooping was. The touchdown they scored on us should not have been allowed. We had a unsportsmanlike on a sack. Again, unsportsmanlike after the fact. And that gave them first down. So again, we had a sack. It was going to be like 3rd down and 40. So, but again, they do what they do. They got a penalty. They got the 15-yard penalty. They get the first down. Ended up getting that one touchdown on us. It should have been a big goose egg. But again, exciting game. Always excited to play Alabama. But I hate seeing Alabama in there because they are that nemesis, that one team that always, for the most part, get the better of us. Now, again, out of the last, it'll be 13 games there. We are 2 victories and 11 losses. But again, we're pouring it on. Smart's doing a smart thing. He's teaching these young kids how to play the game of football. He's prepping them right. He's getting them on the field, good conditioning, and he has got them hungry. Again, wanting to hit. If you're going to Georgia country, you ain't coming here just to get a paycheck. You're coming here to hit somebody. So again, I love old Smart. So that's good stuff. But again, yes, how about them dogs? I actually thought we'd get a number 2 seed. I don't think the Indiana and or Ohio State can keep up with the dogs or an SEC team. I feel a little bit better now that we're going to be playing Ole Miss. Again, a very, very challenging team as well. But again, they don't have their head coach. I think there's going to be a lot of drama going on there for them to advance. But if they would have had Lane there, I mean, you're talking about a tough game no matter what's going on and where you're playing at, even though we get that first round bye. But Ole Miss, and I'm not even sure they're going to make it that far. It depends. But I would pick Ole Miss. And if they had Lane, I'm still worried. Anytime you're playing a good SEC team, you got something to worry about. So we got some great teams in there. We got Texas A&M. We got Alabama. Again, we got our team, Georgia Bulldogs. You got Texas A&M. You have Ole Miss. You have Alabama. I'm sure I'm missing someone out there. Oklahoma, also SEC. That's what's. I'm not even looking at the thing right now. I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head. I'm always thinking dogs, but again, we're going to be playing the winner Ole Miss, and then I think we're in the same bracket as Ohio State, so we'll end up going there and putting a whooping on them, and then we're off to the finals, and everybody's picking Indiana. Well, Indiana, you're in the same. You're going to be playing the winner of the Alabama game. And I'm not sitting there saying that that Alabama's not going to beat Indiana. I know that the close game, they scored no points, and they're blaming it on defense. I think our offense would run all over that defense. That's just my particular take on that. Sorry for getting on football so long, guys. I know you guys want to hear about the reasons to move to the Philippines. That's what today was all about. So let's get to some reasons to move to the Philippines. Okay. Reason number one is cost of living. Over in the States, again, I'm not in the same boat as everybody. Again, I pay between 10 and 14,000 per month to live back in the States. My mortgage with assessments for my 2-bedroom condo came in around 4,600 a month. So just my place to live was 4,600. I had boats, I had cars. Again, I was paying for insurance, and I didn't have a regular boat, guys. I had a, well, most people say it's a yacht. I did have a yacht, so I had to pay insurance on that. Actually, on my taxes, when I did have a payment on it, I got to write it off as a second home, so you guys can see what kind of thing we're talking about here. But again, I had a very big budget. Getting over here to the Philippines, I had myself down as a $3,000 budget. That's what I came here to live on, and never made it there. Most of the time, of between 1,700 and 2,000. Now here I'm actually moving up and getting higher places to stay. Again, here at Tom Boy, my pricing went almost double from where I was paying at Marco Polo. But I'm going to say high end 2,400 here, even living at Tom Bully. There's a huge difference between 2,000. That's high end, 2,300, 2,400. But my starting range is around 1,700. So before I moved here, between 17 and 20, between 21, maybe even only 2,000. And on my best month, I'm at 2,400. That's traveling 12 days out of the month. So cost of living, guys, when you're able to take a regular 1-bedroom where I came from in Alabama, starting at 1,600 per month for a 1-bedroom, not on the water, nothing like that at all. Here I'm paying $760 per month, half the cost, and I'm at a 5-star resort. I have got pools, 5 pools. I have got trying to think all the different things we have here. We have yes, the other place I had in Alabama had a gym, and we had a pool, but the pool is nothing like it is here. I have the ocean. I have snorkeling right from the beach. So again, those are huge pluses. But the cost of living to go with that is unbelievable when you're able to come over here, and that's on the high end. If you wanted to match for what you got back in Alabama, where I was actually living at, for 1,600, you're paying 500 here, less than a third of what you pay back in the States for a 1-bedroom. So 500 compared to 1,600 for above average here in the Philippines, but just average back in the States. I would say, for example, I'm comparing a 38 Park to back in the States, and 38 Park destroys the way of life and the cost of living it was back in the States. So again, unbelievable there. Dating. A lot of you guys come over here for dating. You're looking for that special someone. You can't find her back in the West. Online dating is a horrific event. I mean, horrific event back in the West. Here, you have no issues with that. If you come over here from the States, you come over here from Canada, or wherever the countries you may come from, and you come here with a budget. I say, oh yeah, they're looking for you for the money. No, they're looking for stability is the main thing here in the Philippines, and you will find yourself a good Filipina, and you will have no issues. Again, talking about if you really wanted to, here in the Philippines, coming here from another country, especially from where I'm used to, Canada, or from America, easily have a date per day if you wanted it. Easily have a date per day. But again, huge bonus. Travel. Again, these are reasons why you should move to the Philippines. So again, you have cost of living, you have dating, or your personal life. Then you have traveling. I just went to BGC and I traveled actually airfare and everything. That's my airfare, my hotel stay, all my meals, all my events, all my excursions, everything that I did there came out to be $1,000. The average cost for a vacation in the U.S. is $5,000 for 1 week. I was over a week and did it on $1,000. So travel is huge. I can travel right here in my own island here in Cebu, and there's so much to see. I have traveled. I have done it. So travel, way of life. Again, I'm talking about a different category here. way of life, leaving that stressful environment over in America, leaving behind the politics. Again, over in America, you have two different sides. You have hate Trump, love Trump, and that's it. Whichever side you're on is what side you love. If you're not on that side, it's a divided country. A divided. It's not here in the Philippines. It's a beautiful place to live with beautiful people, beautiful scenery. This country is so beautiful. So again, huge pluses. Stress level, anxiety, all those things are a huge benefit of living here in the Philippines. The cost of, I mean, again, start talking about cost of living, also cost of everything else. My insurance, again, I know a lot of you guys have your company may pay for insurance back in the West, and or they pay for a huge amount of it. I was paying because I was a 1099 employee and I did not have the benefit because I made too much money to actually get on Obamacare. I was paying over $1,600 per month for insurance coverage back in the West. I'm paying $1,060, $600 cheaper for the entire year. So again, so many benefits. There's great restaurants here. There's good meals. Yes, there's good meals over in the West. I mean, I can't say, hey, which one I would go with. I'm a huge barbecue rib person. I love my grilled chicken, barbecue chicken. So again, I have those things all the time, and I post them on my Facebook and let people see what kind of meals they have over here. But again, unbelievable meals. Went out and had a great meal last night. What did I do yesterday? Like my brother, he worked. What did I do? I went out for a great lunch, a great dinner, and then I also went to the pool for about 4 to 5 hours yesterday, having a good pool day, just hanging out, chilling. Had me two cold beverages, two cold San Miguel Lights. So again, had me a couple of brewskis and had myself a good time. And my dad said, "Oh, that gets boring." Well, what's boring to me is the work. So again, I'm laying it out for you guys. I'm explaining to you what makes the Philippines so good. So if you have any questions, come on. You want to know why you should move to the Philippines? I'll tell you. So if you have any other questions regarding any of the other reasons to move here, ask me. Ask away. Here's got another one here. 5 more months in this Pennsylvania crap. Come on over here. Looking for that better life. I can guarantee you there's a good life over here for you in the Philippines. You're going to Dumaguete. Dumaguete is a good area. I have been there on two different occasions. I actually have a family member that's actually there right now as we speak. They come here in November. I got to visit with them. So again, shout out to my cousin John. But John was actually here with his wife. Again, he's been married to a Filipino for over 32 years. I met them the other night. We actually went out and spent the day together. So again, that's a reason for me to be in Dumaguete. I just picked Cebu for lots of reasons. Again, I've never lived in Dumaguete area. Now, again, people who say Dumaguete, they're not living in Dumaguete. You're living in Valencia. You're living in Darwin. You're living in I forgot how to say it. Zambuki or something like that. Zambagita. Sorry, guys. But again, you're not living in Dumaguete. For me, it was a little bit slower paced. I did like some of the excursions you could do around or out of Dumaguete. But the only thing that I really found that I really enjoyed there a lot was the boulevard. I like, the on water boulevard. We get to walk the town, walk down there in that downtown area. But I'm a big person into karaoke. I like stopping at all the karaoke spots right there on the boulevard and singing with the people. Now that was a blast. Waterfalls down there were amazing. So again, they had some great waterfalls. Actually, I met up with Chad, and Chad took me to one of the waterfalls down there, and it was off the beaten path. Had to travel, about probably a mile hike down and up, and it was a rough hike after going out the night before because I don't go out very much, but I did go out the night before that trip. But again, great place to live. I just happen to like Cebu City a little bit more. I mean, I've been in there twice and I visited. I would just pick Cebu City for all kinds of reasons, being it's more centralized for getting out of the country. You have an airport here. You'll have to fly from Dumaguete to Cebu or Dumaguete to BGC to get out of the Philippines, and it's just probably a little bit more of a headache and longer flights. I like being here in Cebu because it's so centralized and have airports that go everywhere around the Philippines. So that'd be one thing. Um, but Dumageti's a nice area. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Again, if I went there and I stayed for more than a few days, I'd probably say, "Wow, I could live here." But right now, it's hard to pull me away from Cebu City. I love it here so much in this area. Yes, you're looking to move there. Yes, you're in for a treat. Anywhere here in the Philippines is better than back in the West. I can promise you that. From Gabe, one of the most amazing things of life in Cebu, especially in IT Park, is that any given of the 24 hours of the day, even the week hours, the BPO people are up and running in a safe place for women. Yes, very, very true. This country is amazing. I mean, I have never been to a place that I didn't say was safe here in the Philippines. I've traveled Mindanao, I've been to the Bohol, Leyte, uh, I've been to different islands, different cities, and I never found anything that's unsafe. Hello, Cletus. Yes, Cletus got the weekend RVing. Yes. So, any questions about why the Philippines is the best? Again, I just covered a few topics why I think it's the best place to live. But if you have any other questions, bring them up. Let's talk about it. Kentucky Tom, calm down on the hand motions when you're talking about cleats jacking it up. Yes. And I understand that, Cletus. I mean, I don't have to count on Social Security either, but it's not about Social Security. It's about you have one life to live. Why not live the best life? It's just like you can't take a horse. You can't take a horse to water, and you can. I guess that's not how it goes. You can take a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. Whatever, how that little saying goes. That's my brother. You can talk to your green in the face, and he's not going to listen to you. But again, I understand that without Social Security, you don't even need no Social Security. You can still be retired right now, living a good life. You got one life to live. Why not live the best life? Why work all the time and run yourself down? What's going to happen to you? And I hate to say it, Cleus, you're going to wear yourself down. And before you know it, you can't get around. And now you're going to be retired and you can't get around. You're going to be like Pops doing the porch tour. Britt, do you follow Geo in the Philippines? Been in the Philippines for about 7 years and now in Thailand. Seems to like it more. Well, I have never been to Thailand. I will be able to tell you more because I'm actually leaving next week. So I leave 1 week from today. I'll be in Thailand. But there's a lot more that goes into that about being happiness. He had great videos here in the Philippines, never cut down the Philippines at all when he had a good Filipina and was living a good life here in the Philippines. And now he's no longer here. He's actually in Thailand because he went through or going through a split up or divorce, whatever you call. So I'm sure there's a lot more that goes into that story than just saying, "Hey, I'm in Thailand and I'm living a better life." He was living a good life here in the Philippines as well. So again, I think there's a lot more that goes into that. But I never really followed his channel. I did try to reach out to him one time before I moved here, and try to reach out to him about asking him a few questions. And first thing he said to me it was, $50, and I didn't want to pay, I guess, and so I stopped watching the channel. Nothing wrong with paying someone for knowledge. But here's the only thing is I was looking, I guess like a lot of you guys, I was thinking about, trying to maybe build a friendship. Seem like a pretty good guy. I'm a pretty good guy myself, looking to build friendship and at least um, to say hello to someone. I understand talking for an hour, 2 hours. I understand that. Now you are talking about consulting. I only wanted to say hello, seem like a good guy on your channel, that kind of thing. And so it kind of hit me wrong. And so I stopped watching. And I understand now he's kind of, bashing the Philippines. I love the Philippines. So anybody who bashes the Philippines is off my radar. I love it here in this country. I don't care where I visit. I don't care if I visit Thailand. I don't care if I visit Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Georgia, Japan. Doesn't matter where I visit. I will still love this country. So this country is amazing. I've been here for almost 2 years. An amazing place to call home, an amazing place just in general. The people make this country, and it's hard to get around that once you actually are here for a while. So I can't wait for my brother to come visit to see who actually fall in love as well. I follow Gio. He's just running from a broken relationship. Now he's Gio on the go. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Again, I don't follow him. I wish him luck with his channel. I wish him luck after the breakup. I hope things are going well for him. I hope he's got his life balanced now. I guess he got kind of unbalanced here in the Philippines, and I wish him very much luck on not only his channel but just in life in general. I hope he's doing well. I hope that he's not dealing with the grief from a broken relationship, and I hope he has moved on. I'm sure she's done whatever she's doing, and I hope he's doing the same thing. So good luck to the both of them. Lucky Tom, oh yeah, know his backstory, and sadly, it wasn't unexpected. But seen several folks who've moved from Philippines to Thailand and like it more. Different strokes for different folks. Again, I've never been there. I will be able to give you guys more of an honest opinion once I'm there for 3 or 4 days. Kind of give you guys the ropes. I will be doing lots and lots of videos in Thailand. I will tell you that. Probably be in the realms of at least one per day, if not two per day. Just showing you guys what I'm doing, what's going on in Thailand, because I've heard so much about it. Again, for you guys who have not kept up with my story, I moved to the Philippines sight unseen. I sold my house, my boats, my cars. I sold it all. I sold all my extra stuff to my brother. So again, I sold everything that I actually owned and moved here sight unseen. Never been to the Philippines. But on top of that, the big question, or big part of the story is, I had never been to Asia ever before. So again, first time ever coming, sold it all, fell in love with this beautiful country from day one. So again, it was very, very quick for me. I'm not sure what could go wrong to make me want to move somewhere else, but I'm not going to Thailand to research it as a place to live. If I get there and I see a country that's amazing, I'm not leaving the Philippines. I can tell you that right now. But what I could do and what I'm allowed to do, like I've told my brother as well, you can go from country to country over here. For example, I can say that my home base will be the Philippines. I'm going to live here for 6 months. And I can go to Thailand and live there for 3 months. I can go to Japan and live there for a month. I can go to Indonesia and live there for 2 months. Well, there's a year. So it kind of gives you guys kind of an idea of what I'm thinking about. Again, I haven't put any thought process towards it at all. I haven't visited these other countries at all, but I've heard so many great things about Thailand. So I am going to give it a shot and see how things are over there and give you guys my honest opinion comparing the two. I've already heard some of the real negative things over there, but we'll find out when I can actually get there with my boots on the ground and give you guys my opinion. Because I've heard the English language is not spoken. So that's going to be a very tough thing for me to be around. But we're going to find out. You'll have firsthand experience from me. I'll be showing you guys what my thoughts. Hello, Brent. Mayang Tog from Dumaguete City. I am up early to catch the breakfast buffet. Ah, good to hear that. So you're down in Dumaguete. So how's life going down there? Now I got somebody here that's living in Dumaguete. How long you been there? Give people your thoughts on Dumaguete. They call it Duma. Take your time. Pooping while standing. 5801. Yep. I like Geo. So don't get me wrong. Been following him for years. wish the best for him. Yes, I wish the best for him as well. I don't wish the worst for anyone out there. Um, I don't have, like I said, I don't have enemies. People may dislike me, or there might be some, difference of opinion, but I don't dislike anyone in this world. I like everyone. So that's just the way I've always been. I like everyone. I like being around people. Now, sometimes it's hard for me to hang around certain people because I'm a very, very positive person. It's very, very hard to hang around a very negative person. Kind of makes a large bang in the middle because of the differences. But again, I like everyone. I mean, that's the reason I started my channel. I like people. I like being around people. I like helping people. So that's the reason I started my channel, is for that one reason. Yes, Oklahoma. I left them out earlier, but I didn't get back to it, Cletus. I think Gio is a good guy. I think his ex-wife was a opportunistic. Again, I don't know anything about their story. I don't. I know every side has a story, so I'm not going to blame anyone. I did see some comments before that he had rules he set for himself when he got here, and I heard, again, I'm not sure how truthful this was, but I heard that the actual rules he set for himself when he got here to the Philippines, he didn't keep them when he entered that relationship. And again, I can't say good person, bad person, good person, bad person. Again, there's two sides of every story. But again, I didn't keep up with it. I didn't really pay attention to his channel. But again, I wish him well. I hope he's doing well over in Thailand. I haven't watched one video of him in Thailand. Once someone was telling me that he kind of bashed the Philippines on a few videos. I just didn't give it any chance whatsoever. Again, I love it here in this country. I love the beautiful people here. And yes, he went through a bad relationship, so he's going to have that scorned attitude for a while. And again, I'm not even sure whose fault it was. She leaving him leaving her. I didn't get in the middle of any of that kind of stuff, but I wish them both the best. I hope they both are doing well. I know they both have channels. Again, I don't watch her channel either, but again, I hope they're both doing well with YouTube. I hope they're living a good life where they're living. I hope they end up picking up their pieces and finding themselves that relationship that actually works for them. So again, thumbs up to both of them. I've been following many YouTubers for 4 years since I first decoded to retire in the Philippines. 1 year away now. I have my favorites, Isla Pamela, and it's me are two of my favorites. Isla Pamela and it's me. It's me. Okay, that's it. I don't know either one of those. Again, I don't watch a lot of YouTube guys. It's because I'm actually already here. I've already done what you guys are done. I've already done my research and that kind of thing. But I was told by a guy who interviewed me, who's been around YouTubing for a long time, Vagabond Awaits, not to watch a lot of YouTube when you're a YouTuber. And the reason why, don't pick up on bad habits. Don't watch when they put out a very, very good video and you try to copycat them. Don't do those kind of things. If he told me, if you keep original and you keep to yourself on who you are, your channel will prosper. So I've tried to stay away from most YouTube channels. And again, I do watch John from California Expat. I do watch It's Wang. I do watch Chad. You guys know I watch Chad from Chad Foster Explorers. I watch his channel all the time. But again, I watch those guys. That's about it. John, I watch a few lives. Now, Mike's Philippine Retirement. I know he just changed his name, NPR. But again, I do watch his channel from time to time. But again, I just try to keep my distance because I try to keep my channel to be original. I'm trying to do my own thing and not trying to copycat anybody, and do my own thing and keep my own thoughts and processes to myself. Let's see here. Same question I asked Philly in the film yesterday, because my expenses are different than yours. How many months of living expenses should I have in the bank before the move? I am going to say, if it were me, I am going to have at least, something major happens. You're talking about 2.5, about 58. All right, so just so you got kind of get an idea, a major medical problem over here. If you had a major medical issue without having insurance, it could run you anywhere between 25 and 45,000 US dollars. That's the reason I actually have coverage. I'm just trying to do some calculations here, but that kind of gives you kind of an idea between 25 and 45,000 US dollars for a major medical, like a stroke, heart attack. So I'm always looking out for that. If you're in good health, again, and you have an insurance plan, I mean, you don't need a huge amount. I'm always going to say at least always have at least 5,000 put aside in case things go bad. And that gives you money to go back to the States and stay with family. Um, but life over here shouldn't come to that. You're talking about you're able to live here on $1,000. You can't live anywhere in the States for $1,000, not even in a trailer park. You can't even live in a trailer park for $1,000 per month. Here, you can actually live on $1,000, and how that is easy is for me to explain to you. You take your lower end budget of $300 for a condo or a place to stay, and $300 is very very low, but you can find plenty out here for 300 US dollars per month. And then you have $700 per month to live on. Very, very easily do that. You can eat very, very good here on $200 per month if you go to the grocery store. $200 per month on groceries, and you can live like a king at home. And I ain't talking about eating regular. I'm talking about eating barbecued ribs, eating chicken every day. Yeah, throwing an occasional sandwich here or there for lunch. I like eating sandwiches, so I actually eat lunch. Actually eat a sandwich for lunch. But you're eating very, very good on $200 per month over here if you're eating at home. Because as I showed you guys in the video I just did, showing you guys grocery expenses. Groceries are very inexpensive here. That was 8 meals for 2 people. So imagine for $46, that was 8 meals. So again, see if you only eat 2 meals per day. So it kind of gives you kind of an idea. I ate 8 meals on $46. So you have 2 meals a day times 30, which would be 60, that'd be 60 meals. All right. So I got 8 meals. So I'm gonna take my $46 times it by 7. I was a little off. Now again, that's for 2 people though. $322 per month to eat at home. I'm talking about eating fish and chicken and ribs. $322. And again, that's on the high end. You can come in a lot less than that, guys. You can come in real cheap by eating rice all the time and eating sardines and the way of life here in the Philippines. You can eat for $46 a month. I don't eat that way. I eat the barbecued ribs. My freezer is stocked full of meats. Again, I have ground beef. I have ground pork. I have eggs all the time. I have food here. I eat lots of chocolate, which I shouldn't do, but I eat chocolates. I drink the Pepsis. So again, I'm on the high end at $300 per month for 2 people. That means if you cut it in half, makes you won't say you cut it in half. $200 a month is plenty if you're going to eat at home. Throw in occasional eating out, and you'll be fine. But again, no reason. I mean, you can easily live here on 1,000. You could. I always tell you guys though, my low end is 1,200, and that's because I want you guys to live a better life. 1,200, you can live a decent lifestyle over here. Anything less than 1,200, you're not living you're not living the better lifestyle. You're living, you're just living. But again, anything over 1,500, living good, my friend. You're living good over here for 1,500. Hello from Jonesboro, Georgia. We'll be there in 1 week in Negros Oriental. did sub to your channel. Thanks, Brett. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Again, I am actually from Albany, Georgia. Albany. So again, I know all about the Georgia area. Are you coming here to live, coming here for a visit, coming here for your initial tour? What are you coming here for? Amazing how fast Britt has jumped to the top of my favorites. This is a positive attitude. You definitely rock, Britt. Thank you so much, my friend. I thank you so much. Again, I try my best. I'm trying to deliver you guys what I would be looking for if I was back in the U.S. What I'll be looking for in a person to watch on YouTube. And again, I'm trying to bring you guys the best uh, content, give you guys good lives. If you guys have any questions, concerns, I'm here to help. And again, the relocation program, I'm even thinking about maybe not even doing it because I'm not getting much feedback from it at all. People don't realize how much help it is. But again, maybe it's because I'm waiting for people to actually come over here. But again, I do have the relocation program for just that reason for for guys that have been putting off that big move. And while I'm at it, let's go ahead and give the shout outs. Michael Onstadt, he is the man you want to speak to regarding insurance. When I get back from Thailand, he'll actually be here to put on an event with me. So again, I'll get to meet Michael Onstadt again in person. I'm excited about that. But Michael Onstadt's the only guy you want to speak to regarding your insurance needs and your healthcare needs here here in the Philippines. So again, check him out, guys. He's the best out there. I've put out plenty of comments regarding him. Look at any of my videos. You'll see his information, his tag inside the information, inside the description and or inside the comment section. And again, a shout out to Christian Filipina. Christian Filipina is a great source of finding that special someone if you're over in the States or over in Canada or over in your home country. Again, by far the best app you can actually use to find that special someone here in the Philippines when you're actually not living here. Again, by far the best. Less scammers. You're not going to find the kind of things you'll find, but you guys will figure out if you actually get here. You try this online dating over here, you're going to find out what I'm talking about. The pay as you go, scammings, you'll see it all. You don't get that on Christian Filipina. So those are shout outs for today. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. My biggest issue is leaving my lab. She's such a great dog. Don't think bringing her with me. Oh, your dog would love it here. Running on a beach. I mean, my dad's dog gets to ride in the golf cart and see a backyard where it's got like one of those little. It used to have grass there, but the dog runs so much up and down the same area. There's no grass there. It runs in the mud, and a little pathway chasing ball. Here, your dog would have freedoms. You'd have no issue here with a dog. What I have friends here that have 2 and 3 dogs. You'll have no issues with having a dog here. So no, again, that's one of my excuses. You have no excuses. You want to get a part of the relocation program and want me to find you a place to live with your dog? I can do that for you. I can help you out with all those kinds of things. Get you guys all set up before you actually get here. Exactly. Gio got her started in vlogging and she was gone. Just like I taught my ex-wife to drive, she drove back to California and left me. Sorry to hear that. Or it could be a good thing she left you, right? It could be a good thing. Exactly, Jew. I am going to rehome my cat. Maybe Britt can help you find a place that takes dogs. That's what I was saying before. Yes. Good future video, Britt. Places that accept pets. I can do some. I have never looked into that because I don't get a lot of comments regarding pets, but I can certainly do that for you guys. I can actually go and find you guys some places to stay that allow pets and show you guys your options. And I will do that this week, guys. Now, again, guys, I have videos already out until mid-January, so it won't be anytime soon. And the videos that will be coming out right now will be coming from my most recent trips and visits in my life here recently. But I do have the Thailand trip coming up. That'll probably be about 2 months on my channel. So look forward to having a lot of content from Thailand in the next month or two, guys. So again, you'll be seeing a lot of content from Thailand because I have so much content coming from there. Condos and apartments there are not private and exclusive because of online bookings that basically turns them into hotels. Nobody cares because they all get a commission. No peace and quiet. I have lived in 3 different places. Again, I have actually not a hotel as well. So 4 different places here in the Philippines. I have never had a problem with any noise of any level. I stayed. The first place I stayed was the Golden Palace, Golden Prince. Excuse me, Golden Prince. Never any issues there with noise. Right beside the mall. Then I actually went from there to 38 Park in a huge high rise. I was on the 25th floor. No issues with noise there. I went to Marco Polo. Now, again, I was there for 7 months. Then I went to Marco Polo for 13 months. No issues there. I've been here for 3.5, 4 months now. No issues here. There is no issues when you're in these bubbles living in condominiums, guys. There is no issues with noise. You don't even hear your neighbors. I've never had an issue with any neighbor whatsoever. So again, don't be worried. These things are very well insulated. At 50 years old, I have a fixed monthly income of right at 7,000 US, I do believe. I'll have an outstanding life in the Philippines. For 7,000, you won't even need but half. You don't even need half of that. You're going. I mean, if you're living on 3,000 here, you're living a good life. That's with travel. On 7,000, all you're going to be doing is wasting that on certain things. Maybe a better hotel or better resort somewhere when you go on your trips. Maybe paying for better first class air, things like that. Um, having buying a car, a higher priced car, things of that nature. But again, you don't need 7,000 to live here. You living here on 7,000, that is the king life. I feel like I'm living here on a king, and I'm less than 3,000. I feel like I'm living here like a king. I understand your Cebu arguments. I just prefer a move to a laid back life. Yeah, Dumaguete is very, very laid back. You'll have a good lifestyle there. Again, parts of you could actually move here to Mocktown, Newtown, and in the Lapu Lapu area, and it's very laid back and actually on the beach. Which is what I prefer. So I love city life. I also like the beach life. So I get the best of both worlds. But again, yes, Dumaguete is a great place for some. I can't see myself living there. Not to say I won't. I do have a family member who lives there and actually built a house there in Dowling. So I may find myself there just to be around family for the 6 months out of the year he's actually here. Again, he lives half time here and half time back in the U.S. I could live there. I could live in Valencia or Dowling or Dumaguete. Surigao Island looks like a cool place. Don't know how big terminals is there. That's the problem you run in when you're looking at Surigao Island and you're looking at Siquijor, is finding housing. No one wants to rent long term. They want to rent short term because there's more money in it. Again, it's touristy areas. You're going to find a hard time finding a place to live. I am going to try to tackle that one day too. I'm going to actually go to um, Siquijor, and which Chad's already done it, and it didn't work out for him in Siquijor. I will go try Surigao Island and see how I find it there. Again, I would love to go there, stay there for a few weeks so I can learn more about Surigao Island. You've been there now to know, is 200K enough to make the jump and set up shop and live comfortably on a budget of 2,000 per month? Of course it is. 2,000, you're living a pretty decent life over here for 2,000 per month. Yes. 200,000 again. I am not, just so you guys know, I am not a financial advisor. I am the last guy you want to be your financial advisor. I'm just saying that there's some ETFs out there. If you take 200,000 US dollars, I mean, you can do the math again. I mean, an average 200,000 times point. I'm going to do 11 and a half. Oh, well, 200,000 times 0.115, 23,000 divided by 12. I mean, yeah, right at 2,000 per month. Yes, your 200,000 will bring you in about 1,900 per month. You can live a good life on that. Yes, I've done it for 2 years here, so yes, you can live a good life on that. Now, but some people are different now. Just so you guys know, if no matter if I can do it, can you do it? Can you live on 2,000? That's the thing. I mean, everybody's different. You may want to eat steak dinners every night and pay high dollars for steak dinners. I don't do that. I go out and eat ribs and chicken, and I live a good life. But again, it depends on what your lifestyle is. The really nice beaches there are rare and difficult to get to. The best beaches are private, and they charge you to go to. Absolutely joke of a place. I'm not sure which ones you're talking about. I live right here on the beach, and yes, it's private because actually I live here. It's for residents, but you can go to the most beautiful beaches in the world. Sugar Island, there is no price to see the beach. You can go there and enjoy the beach all day. You can go to Denagat Island, which is actually right off the coast of Surigao City. There's no pricing, there's no cost to go to the beach. So I'm not sure where you're talking about. You're talking about Lapu Lapu. I don't really know what you're I can't understand what you're saying there really. But let me know. Try to give me some clarity on that. Where are these beaches at that cost you? They don't. The ones I go to don't cost me anything. The ones I've been to. Love your enthusiasm, Britt. You make good content. However, most that go to the Philippines seem to fade out because of inactivity. Keeping busy is a key no matter where you are. I keep busy with traveling. I keep busy with going to the pool, going snorkeling, going scuba diving, going on adventures, going on bike rides. I stay busy. I love life here, and that's how it's going to remain. Again, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, that's a big one. Yes, cheap massages. You can go get a massage here for 2 hours on 750, guys. Let me do the math for you guys and tell you how. So back when I used to go to the all-inclusive resorts, I would pay between 150 and $250 per hour for a masseuse at the actual resort. To have that beach massage, or to go to the resort and have a nice massage, 150 to $250 per hour. Here, I can get a 2 hour massage for $12.73. So again, 2 hour massage for $12.73. So you're exactly right. Contra in the house. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for tuning in. Yes, good evening to fellow Americans. Yes. Those that are on the fence, ready to come over to the Philippines. Things better about the Philippines: cost of living, social culture, dating life, weather and climate is a lot better here. I didn't even bring that one up. Less regulation in some respects, more in others. VIP treatment, of course. I don't even bring up the things like that. Of course, that's some of the main reasons why you should come. That's some good reasons. Thanks so much for that, Contra. Please, karaoke. Britt is not lying. I am 57, 58 next month. A few years ago, the knees started telling me I'm getting old. Don't think I can go. I can do a lot of hikes to waterfalls now. Get to the Philippines ASAP. I've been trying to explain that to him. He is not understanding. I mean, he doesn't get it. That yes, you lose mobility, and it can happen at an early age. He's 45, getting ready to turn 46. That's only 10 years without having issues. Only 10 years of not having possible issues. After that, I don't know. He's not understanding what I'm trying to get over to him. It's not about work, work, work all the time. Things worse about the Philippines infrastructure: education levels, technology costs, corruption, reliable electricity. I've never had any problems. Now, again, I can't. You don't drink the tap water, so that much is true. I've always had reliable electric. I've never been without power since I've been here. Wi-Fi has been fantastic. Where I've actually all 4 places I've stayed have had great Wi-Fi. Yes, there's been times where I've actually traveled and cell phone service wasn't the best. Places in Bohol, places down in Mindanao, there have been some areas that is true. But again, I don't keep up with it. As far as no reason for me to keep up with the education level because I don't have any children and I'm not in school. Um, Infrastructure, I'm sure it's not the greatest, but again, I don't think that it's the greatest in the U.S. either. Infrastructure, people. I mean, I look at this as our country is being divided. How can you have infrastructure that's good when you have a divided country? So it depends on how you look at it. Yes. On balance, I prefer the Philippines by a pretty wide margin. Oh, the Philippines is great, is it not? Loving the Philippines. Have been here almost 2 years, and the love for this country is building. You think it just keeps building? It's such a great country to live in. I love it here. I am moving to the Philippines to find community. All of my friends here either have kids starting college or are grandparents taking care of their grandchildren. I have never been married and have no kids. I have been married. I have no kids though, so I understand where you're coming from. So again, more power to you. Get your butt on over here and quit putting it off. Time to live that better life. Jason Murphy. I don't recommend doing it sight unseen. It is best to see it yourself. There's a lot of great things, but it might not be for everyone. I have never said the Philippines will be for everyone. It was for me. I sold it all and moved here sight unseen and have loved every minute of it. I love my life here in the Philippines. Again, it's all about this. It's all about your brain, making your brain, making it work properly, putting in your brain that hey, I'm going to be a positive person. I'm going to change some things before I even come over here and work on those things. Again, great life here in the Philippines. Would you say IT Park or Business Park is more convenient for walking to amenities? I'm going to say IT Park. I like IT Park a lot better. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I actually thought about here recently maybe going over to Solanea and try to stay there in Business Park, but again, I like it here so much. I think I'm going to end up signing another lease here in Tom Bully. I like it here a lot. But again, IT Park, if I'd pick between those two. Contra, you just want to manipulate poor women like most. I don't know anything about manipulating poor women. The women I dated over in America, they were pretty poor too. I mean, I'm bringing in, almost nearly 300,000 per year, and they're bringing in 25,000, 30,000. Some of the women I dated. So again, not much of a difference. So again, 10 times worse that culture over in the States compared to here. They're all about money. Where do you drive? Where do you live? What's their job title? How much do you make a year? They're not shy about it. They only care about what you have back in the West, unlike here. You can take them to McDonald's here, and they're happy as hell to have a good meal at McDonald's. You can't do that in the States. They want $100 meal for that first date. It's a huge difference. Is there any bicycling exercising in back roads? I'm sure there's plenty of bike riding here. One of the guys actually watches my channel. One of my subscribers a while back. He said he rode professionally, and he said he was riding up and down the streets. There's bicyclers that actually ride. I forgot the name of that. The highway that it's like a major road that goes from Cebu City all the way across the country from west to east or east to west. And again, people ride it all the time. Again, very hilly and mountainous area. So again, you guys would have a good time riding there. I'm sure there's lots of riding to here for bikes. There's a lot more riding here, I would think, than here than there is back in the U.S. because there's a lot more to do here, a lot more places to see. Most American expats are just losers who want to play in the lower league. I don't know what lower league we're talking about here. There's doing some high country, yes, from Cletus. Are there many bicycling clubs to? I don't do that, so I can't tell you. You can probably go online on Google and do a search on it. I'm sure there's clubs out there you can join. There's pickleball clubs here. There's like 5 different pickleball clubs right here in Cebu City. So I'm sure there's whatever you're looking for, you can find it here. Sure, there's plenty of it. There we go. Got some more hellos going on. Geo is a simp. Well, I don't know what is a simp. I don't know what a SIMP is. Why is everyone trying to get all the drama up on Geo? No one's trying to get any drama going on. I mean, I'm sure he's a good guy. I'm sure he's loving life over in Thailand. I haven't really I can't come down and I've never watched his channel, so I can't say too much. Gio is just a sucker. I don't know. I never really watched. I don't know about the relationship, but again, I hope he's doing well now. Clicks karaoke. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Yes, if you have not hit that button, hit that thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing a good job. And again, like when you guys watch my content, watch my videos, please give me a thumbs up and just say a quick hello. It really helps out with the algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. G is too stupid and exploit the opportunities in poor countries. Now, I don't like I said, I don't know much about that story. Again, I know he moved here. It was probably for personal reasons. I don't really know that much about it. You guys know more about it than I do. If you sign on longer lease at 38 Park, they will give you better price. They will give you better price, but again, my 1 bedroom here at Tom Bully, and I have access to the beach and better pools, comes in at 45. They're wanting 55 for a 1 bedroom there. So again, you can find a good studio for 30. But again, I like it out here a lot. Again, I don't like the commute back and forth, but I like it here a lot. Dumagetti is good. I've been here for a week. I haven't experienced any of the Dramagetti, although I stay away from the bars, so that probably helps. Rented a scooter, visited waterfall. Yes, great place for all of that. Great place for riding. I'm actually, I got a friend that's building a house in Zamboanga. I think that's how you say it. I'll be coming to visit him here soon to see his place. Always hit the like button. Thank you so much. Damn, I forgot Chad. Sorry, Chad. You're on my favorites. Yes, good guy. Chad is. I talked to him a lot. Great guy. He actually got me. Without him, I wouldn't even have a channel. He got me started. Good morning, Britt. Keep up the positive and joyful energy. Bring your father and the rest of your relatives to the Philippines and show them around. I would love to see their reaction similar to yours. Oh, they would love it here. They wouldn't want to leave, but again, the problem is getting them over here. They don't like spending no money. Got rained out for a few days, but that's the Philippines. Yes, do get a little bit of rain around here. I love pork, but try to avoid it to maintain my cardiovascular health. I eat lots of pork. I eat lots of pork over here. But good for you, though. Good for you. Britt, thanks for all your expertise. I am so sick and tired of all these obese, tubby American women with those ugly, dirty looking tattoos. When I come, am I going to have to see that? No, you'll have no issues here. Beautiful, beautiful Filipinas. Contra, eating pork for you would be cannibalistic. Do you actually know me? There we go. People talking over here. Got some chatter going. Can you get any Amazon products that you can get in the USA, including medications, as Amazon has prescribed? You can get anything from Amazon. Anything under $49.99.99, 40 $49.99. So anything under $50 is free shipping. Now here's the key though. Anything over $200, you got to pay taxes on it. So again, anything under 200, no taxes. Anything over 200, taxes. That can be big. That can be big taxes too. Causes a huge difference. I know a pig when I see one. All right, got somebody getting a little bit of hate on there. So again, let's. That's not a good thing. You always get that negative. You always get a negative person, no matter what. You flatter me. You can't ruin my mood or make me go negative. Again, yes, exactly. When you're living here in the Philippines, it's hard to get you negative. Hard to get you negative. I don't know who this guy is. I won't be putting any more of his comments up here, guys. I don't know. Uh, I don't like hate. All that stuff kind of going on. All right. I did that. I think I lost some comments. Let me go up here towards the top. Oh my gosh, I missed a lot of comments. Sorry, guys. I had to stop one there. Britt, thanks for all the expertise. I saw that one. What if you're dragging a 200-pound anchor through life? Stop dragging it. Start living life. That's what I say. I hope you feel better soon. I hate to think of anyone living in misery. Again, I think that you do have that negative person out there. You have negativity. Some people just live in that hated. They're like in America. They're on the fence in between the two parties, and they're just everything is in life irritates them. I hate to see that, but again, there are therapists out there. There are therapists. You can always see some. You can always seek help. For anyone curious about the performance of a scooter, I rented a Honda Click 125. My weight is between 190 and 195 pounds. It pulled me up the mountain with plenty of power from full stop, gets into traffic quickly. Yes, that's a very inexpensive bike coming in around 1,000. You can buy a brand new one a little over $1,000. So again, very good bike. And you're just like me, Contra, never had any problem with noise. I'm looking forward to coming to the Philippines this coming up year. I'm wondering how I can live on 2,300 a month. Is it possible? What kind? You're living my lifestyle. You're living on the beach. And you're traveling and you're having a good time. Living like a king on 2,300. You know how you live a good life on 2,300. Promise you. I came here with a $3,000 budget. I never even got close to $3,000 per month ever. I was always about $600 less than what I thought I could what I thought I was going to spend before I came. Good information. I've wondered if they make a scooter there that would feel big enough for me. They even have these bigger scooters now that come in at 350 cc's. So they got the bigger scooters now. They have the one that I have, an ADV 160, and they have a 300, a 350 of the same version. Plenty of bikes here. Got some more comments coming in. Landlords in the bubble condo areas are usually on top of complaints because they really value. They value the foreigners renting there. Yes, you're exactly right. I'm not attracted to Dramageddon. I'm not saying it's Dramageddon. People call it that. That's a nickname. Again, I'd probably be fine there. But again, I enjoyed my time there when I visited. I'm not sure I'd want to live there though. David Haas set -7 degrees here right now without the wind chill. I would hate that. I hate cold weather. I love beaching and having a good time at all times. And that's what you get here in the Philippines. The same weather day by day. Yes. You can do 2,300 even in BGC. BGC would be kind of a lower end lifestyle, but you can still have a good lifestyle even in BGC on 2,300. It's not enough for Subic, Makati, or BGC, but it's enough for most places. I think it's enough for BGC. I could actually do it. I'd be eating more at home and not going out as much, but I think you'd be fine. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're welcome. They have bigger here if needed. Britt has a Honda ADV 160, I believe. I've been on a Honda ADV 350. That's an expensive one and bigger than the 160. Yes, it's a pretty big bike. But again, the speed didn't change that much. That's the reason I didn't update to it yet. I'm guessing the 160 would be plenty for me. The 160 is a great bike. I'm right at 190 pounds. So again, it's a great bike for me. Plenty of power. And that's riding with two people. We're talking about 190 plus 100. So 290, 300, say 300 pounds, no issues whatsoever. Any mountain, any hill, no problems. Yes. Oh man, just got a 60-minute deep tissue massage here in the States. Bought a package of six for $600. So $100 each. $100 plus a $20 tip. Damn, dude. So again, you're paying $15 here with tip compared to $120 back in the States. 10 times the price. It's a huge difference, guys. 10 times the price. I have heard twice that the first couple of years in the Philippines is great, but after in the third year, the process of remaining in cost began to increase and become uncomfortable. Have, no issue. I have never heard that before ever. I've been here 2 years and I'm loving it more now than even when I first moved here. I love it more and more every day. Yes, thank God for the block feature. Yes. So if I buy one, I'd probably lean towards the ADB 160 for the extra power and storage. Great storage, but you can actually get saddlebags like I've got, detachable saddlebags that are hard covered, and you can get the top box in the back. Oh yes, you can be living life good. I had the same thought process about the 160. Thanks for sharing. Anytime. Always great information here, guys. How are you going to Solonea? Do you think that's one of the best? I'm just saying Solonea because I've never lived in the. I've actually only stayed in Business Park when I was actually in the hotel at Golden Prince. I don't even count that as like being inside Business Park. It's right there, at the Business Park area. I wouldn't mind trying it just so I can give you guys my rural thoughts on it. I've never lived in Business Park, so again, it's hard for me to give a comparison. I've never done it, so I'd like to be able to give you guys a comparison. Some thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, I like IT Park better. So thank you so much. Thank you guys. So here's somebody who thinks a little different from me. I prefer the business park as close to the Ayala Mall as possible. Again, yes, Solonea is right beside the mall there. The mall there is bigger and has more shops. I still like the other mall better in Ayala Central Block Mall, actually in IT Park. And I like the area better in Ayala Central Block Mall area better. I think it's better walkable. I like it better there. It's just my opinion. So I like IT Park a little better, but like I said, to each his own. Everybody has their own opinion. Did you have to go? Hi from Queens, New York. Used to live there. I used to live in Forest Hills, Queens. Did you have to go to Oklahoma City after getting food poisoning from a food cart? Saw some guy that pooped up in my feed saying that. I didn't have to do anything. I did get I didn't get any food poisoning here. I did get the water problem when I first moved here. I either had the bad ice or something. But again, no issues whatsoever since. Again, I've been here 2 years. In fact, haven't even, I've been sick one time, where I had like maybe a slight fever, like a little cold, gone in 2 days and back up to normal. But again, I've only been sick here one time and had the water issue that one time. I like to rent a room, just a 5 minute walk from the mall. 38 Park is a great place. Not it's a 1 minute walk to the mall from 38 Park. Another positive newcomer to the vlogging lineup is Jogo Wanderer. Great channel and content. All they pop. I haven't even haven't heard of them. I'll check it out. Maybe Jogo. I'll check out and maybe watch one video. But I don't usually watch a lot of vloggers. I do watch Chad a lot. That's about it. Taylor, not to me, but it depends on your preferences. Yes. As I said, each his own. IT Park and Business Park are great places to live, I'm sure. I have never lived in Business Park, so it's hard for me to give an opinion there. But again, I have lived at the hotel there for my first like 10-day stay, and I liked IT Park once I moved there better. I like the social bar at the Allen Mall there, but some prefer the other location. I like the one at Mango Square better, but again, it's all good. Yes, it's a rooftop bar. I had no issues. People talk about the long flight. I had no issues. Flight did not bother me whatsoever. And I had my longest part was 15 and a half hours. Curious, as much time you spend filming videos on YouTube, how much does it actually pay? Starting out, you're not making much at all. The first 6 months, $100 to $300, not a big payday. You can start making money over time when you start building, start a subscriber base. You start getting views. But I'm gonna say the average YouTube right there makes between, you know, 400, an average YouTuber, 400 to 1,500 per month. The last girlfriend I had in America looked like a full grown buffalo. I'm never going back. Yeah, so much to love over here. So much to love. The typical first date I had at the mall involved buying her a coffee, a smoothie, and a small dessert for about $3 total. I also sometimes paid for their ride. It was expensive for them. Again, maybe $2 for the ride, $3 for the entire day, $5 out the door. Yeah, I see it. Costs less than $8. Yes, compared to me, I was spending about $150 per date back in the West. The women there are just eager to meet a foreigner. Yes. Cedar Falls, Iowa, getting down to 0 Fahrenheit today. I hate to hear that. I wouldn't enjoy that. I have to get used to a scooter. I ride a Harley. You won't have any issues whatsoever. Scooters are fantastic around here. Or you can go to the Harley shop and buy you a Harley. If that's what you want to do. You can buy a Harley here. They have a Harley shop. They have an Indian shop. They have all the shops here. Worst restaurant I've ever tried, Shakey's in Cebu Business Park, Iowa, but it's an American company. Awful. I've actually gotten pizza there, I think, once in a while, a couple times maybe in the past. But I get them all mixed up. I've been thinking about going to the Philippines to see what it would be like to live there. Where would I start to look for a place to live for 3 months, or should I try 3 areas for a month each? Um, it depends on you. Again, for people like you, I do have the relocation program where actually I get you a condo before you actually get here and get you all set up. and help you out with things. But if you're only here for 3 months, you won't need the entire package. So for something like that, you're going to have to do a hotel or Airbnb. You can't. I mean, people keep asking us all the time. You can't get the pricing I'm showing you guys for these condos online. You can only get Airbnb pricing online. In order to get the good pricing, like I've been showing you guys, you have to have an agent, which means you have to actually be here living in the Philippines and have an agent to get the pricing. I've tried out Cebu City and Iloilo. I prefer the latter, but much, much more fun with in Cebu, which is a dating paradise. Think 3 million women in the metro area, the most of them wanting to date. There you go. Was Golden Prince and 38 Park and Marco Polo, was each of them near the IT Park? Which one of these is an IT Park? Okay, 38 Park is an IT Park. Golden Prince is in Business Park. Marco Polo is outside IT Park. Good seeing you as well. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I like getting massages in the Philippines. We would pay 200 pesos for each person. We would line up four. So very happy. Yes, very, very happy here, guys. Jogo is a positive for sure. Again, I've never never seen his channel before. I have to check it out. You have a friend that stays month to month at Stay City, at the City Stay. No, it's Stay City. Where is it? Is it Stay City is IT Park, but again, you can't get that pricing online, even for Stay City. You have to have an agent, and/or you have to be here to go see them in person. That's the whole reason I started my relocation program, is because you can't get the pricing I'm talking about online. You're going to pay double when you're getting online pricing. The biggest danger in visiting the Philippines, you may not want to leave. I didn't want to leave, but had to return to my job. I still miss it. I know what you mean, my friend. What's up, my brother from another mother? Philippines is my jam. I can go out to Waikiki Clone or go back to the 80s and 90s and walk around a mall. Christmas and yes, yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love the Christmas holidays around here. Love them. Yes. What if Social Security? What if my Social Security is only 1,900 a month? I have in savings. Is that one, two, three? You'll be fine. 40,000. You can put that in an ETF. That's going to bring in $400 extra per month. You're going to be fine. So 1,900 plus not 900, 1,900 plus 400 is 2,300. Plenty of a budget. Even 1,900 is plenty of a budget over here. No problem. Regardless of what happens in my divorce, I have to haul ass, or in 5 years I'm freaking coming. You'll be seen as quite rich in most cities with 1,900. Exactly right. You'll be extremely wealthy on 1,900 a month. Mr. Dave, Thailand is great, but it's horrible for finding a young, clean woman. Dating is much better in the Philippines or here in Indonesia. I can understand that. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Dave. Appreciate it. Good to see you. I think a comfortable life in the Philippines starts at about 1,800 per month. 1,200 if you're going to eat at home and things like, you're going to cut back on expenses. You can do it on 1,200, but you're probably right. Starting about 1,600 to 1,800 is a very, very good budget over here to live a very, very comfortable life, eating out all the time and having a good life. Would you be our condo agent, or do you have many to choose from for us before we get there? I need to know a lot more things. You can reach out to me on Messenger and tell me your story, how long you're going to stay, what you're looking for, and that kind of stuff. We can go over all that. Again, my messenger is Britt, Britt. Last name's McAllister, Mcalister. How much approximately is their live out made? I'm always hearing about $300 per month. And again, that can get you a person that does a lot of different things. So about $300 per month. I should stress that it's very good to have a guide to help you rent in the Philippines if you're new, because there are people who collect deposits for properties that have nothing to do. Exactly, they do that. That's a scam going on right now. Yes, these scams. It's actually happening in the U.S. I see that. Yes, Philippines is great. Nice weekend in Forest Hills as well. Jade Restaurant is still nice. Haircut from Sergi. Price is now $30. I don't know about the pricing there, but I understand. How do I get your program? Is there a link I can use? No, there's no link. You can reach me on my messenger. Again, Facebook Messenger, Britt, Britt. Last name McAllister, Mcalister. My email address is J as in John, B as in boy, M as in Mary, C as in cat, H is in Henry, A is in Apple, R is in Roger, R is in Roger, I is in Ice, S is in Sam, O is in Octopus, N is in Nancy at yahoo.com. Again, JBMCHARRISON at yahoo.com. Both you and Jogo are good old boys in the Philippines, easy to watch, positive, and good vibes. I appreciate your content, and you do yourself good to give Jogo a watch. I'll check it out. Again, I don't keep up with the much YouTube. But thank you so much. At a minimum, my budget will be 4,000 per month, but could end up maybe closer to 6,000 for as long as you ain't gonna have that. You won't spend that kind of budget here. You're gonna be living a good life. I promise you that. You're gonna be living a good life. I have 2,000 per month dividends so far. Just waiting for the last kid to graduate, and I'm already starting to liquidate my business and use the funds to buy more dividend aristocrats. All right. Well, guys, I've come down to the end of all the messages. I want to thank you guys for tuning in so much. What places are you going to in Thailand? I don't know yet. I know I'm going to Hua Hin, Phuket, and starting out in Bangkok. So I can't tell you, but I'll be whatever my friends want to do. Again, I haven't really decided. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. As always, it's a pleasure to be surrounded by great friends, great champions. And guys, until next time, I love the Philippines. Have a good one, guys.